All right, we got some pretty dangerous weather on our hands. In the Caribbeans, we have Tropical Storm Melissa. It's sitting stagnant over that warm water. It's intensifying pretty quickly and threatening the Greater Antilles. In this video, I'll let you know who it will be affecting and when you can expect it. And over in the United States, we have some potentially severe weather moving through our area throughout the week. And towards the end of the video, I'll give you a forecast for Halloween. All right, and here is Tropical Storm Melissa in the Caribbean Sea right now, remaining stagnant over those warm ocean waters. You can see the convection as it starts to form. It is a tropical storm at this point, expected to turn into a hurricane very shortly. And I'm going to be honest with you, there's a lot of uncertainty here with the track and how intense this storm is going to get. So let me walk you through it. All right, I'm going to walk you through a couple of things I want to emphasize here that will definitely affect the trajectory of this storm and the intensity of this system as it moves through the Caribbean seas. A couple reputable models having it going eastward, not completely avoiding Jamaica, but Jamaica avoiding the brunt of this storm if it goes east. But the consensus at this point is that a westward trend might take place or move into fruition. If that happens, that's going to be a very bad situation for Jamaica. A ton of rain, storm surge, heavy winds, and hurricane force winds to be expected with this. But I want to emphasize something. This is a very long period of time. It's not like this system is moving off very quickly. Jamaica is going to be getting rain for a very long period of time if this forecast does come into fruition, this particular model. I mean, watch it here. It rapidly intensifies into a Category 4, very warm ocean waters. And I'll show you this. Sea surface temperatures, 30 degrees Celsius. That's around, give or take, 85 degrees, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe. Very warm ocean waters. And this hurricane season has fortunately been very sparse, very calm. So there's a lot of pent up energy, if you will, in the Caribbeans right now. And this system is going to intensify if it moves west into Jamaica. Another potential factor that might affect how fast this system intensifies and grows is the wind shear. It is moving into unfavorable wind shear conditions. The red lines indicating more wind shear, which would hinder its development and intensity. But honestly, the factors are there. This is an ideal situation for tropical cyclone development. Let's see how fast it's going to intensify. All right, and here is your model intensity chart here. On the y-axis is going to be the wind speed. X-axis is going to be the forecast hour, 24, 48 hours, 1 to 2 days out, of course. But the consensus is that this system is intensifying as it is over those warm sea surface temperatures. Like I said, it's going to grow quickly. And a couple of these models have it intensifying into a major hurricane, a couple of them crossing into Category 4, Category 5 type of range. We'll see if it gets there. I personally agree that this system could become a major hurricane as it trends more to the west towards Jamaica. And this is the National Hurricane Center's outlook in terms of where this system could move and when it could form into a hurricane. I want you to look at just how far this system's moving. It's not moving far at all. Over the course of around 5 days, Thursday afternoon, moving into Monday afternoon, intensifying into a hurricane sometime between Friday evening and Saturday morning, becoming perhaps a major hurricane as well as it moves into these warmer waters, like I said, in the Caribbean, primed for hurricane development for this time of year. We're still in hurricane season. Haiti is under a hurricane watch, same as Jamaica. Tropical storm watch also issued for Jamaica. If this system does move to the left, I think Jamaica will be spared a little bit. But if this system does come into fruition, like the National Weather Service has it here, I think we could be looking at close to the worst case scenario for Jamaica. A ton of rain over a long period of time is not good. And let me help you visualize it with the ensemble data. We're looking right down here, of course, in the Caribbean Sea. It's moving up north to the west, and a lot of models disagreeing again. This is not too far out. Usually it agrees a little more from this point, but the consensus here with the European ensemble data is that it is moving west and then curving east as a cold front progresses eastward, blocking it from making any impacts in the United States. Again, this is way far out to make anything completely truth at this point because obviously some of these rogue models have it moving up to New England as well. So we'll be watching that very closely. But the general consensus is a westward trend, dumping a ton of rain on Jamaica, Haiti, and Cuba, then making its way through the Bahamas still as a very strong hurricane, and then making its way out into the Atlantic. And let me walk you through exactly what radar could look like as we progress into when this storm could actually be affecting some of our areas. As early as Friday morning, some rain and wind can be felt in Haiti and Jamaica. If this trend does move westward, you see it is really just parked over Jamaica here, dumping a ton of rain into Haiti as well, but Jamaica getting a lot more of those hurricane force winds, storm surge to be expected with this model. But look at it, it's not moving too far at all. Then it curves off to the east as we progress later into the month. This is around 6 days out. And again, that is way too far out to make any truth claims, but you can see that turn as it moves off to the Atlantic, affecting in this frame Jamaica, of course, Cuba, and Haiti. In terms of rain totals, like I said, a ton of rain all at once. This is above 25 inches of rain for a lot of parts of Jamaica, even Haiti, some parts of Haiti seeing that. Cuba getting a lot of rain as well. This is almost 6 inches. Some areas probably seeing around 8 inches as well. But as this moves through, if this forecast model does come to fruition, it's going to be a very dangerous situation, maybe a catastrophic situation in terms of rainfall for the Greater Antilles. But like I said, there are credible models that do disagree with this. And if the GFS, this is the American model, does come to fruition, Haiti will get the brunt of it as a weaker storm, but moving off to the east into the mid-Atlantic a little bit quicker. At this point in the frame, this is the strongest, I believe it was, for this whole forecast run. So Haiti getting still some severe hurricane conditions, hurricane force conditions, but a lot of Jamaica is spared, Cuba is spared. So this one disagreeing with it. And I just want to emphasize these models are disagreeing. So we'll have to watch this very closely. I'm going to watch it very closely and get you the latest as we progress. I just wanted to show this graphic real quick. The Dominican Republic and Haiti getting the brunt of this scenario if this takes place. Again, I'm not so sure this one will. In my opinion, I think it's going to make that westward trajectory, and it's going to look more like this with a lot of rain hitting Jamaica and southern or southeastern Cuba. But like I said, for the lower 48, the United States, the saving grace here is this cold front blocking it, this system from really making its way closer towards the United States. Again, it's too far out to make a determination. It could, some models earlier in the week having it clip Florida. So I'm going to be watching it very closely for that. But running throughout the week for the rest of the states, moving out west, we do have a system forming. It's going to bring a slightly severe weather to parts of New Mexico and Texas, certainly some rainfall for Oklahoma and Kansas. As we move throughout the week, this cold front is going to start to develop and push some relatively severe weather, mainly a wind and hail threat throughout the weekend as we push into the next work week. But let me help you visualize that here with the Storm Prediction Center's outlook. A slight risk issued for Lubbock, Texas, moving into parts of Oklahoma as well. Marginal risk encompassing a lot of New Mexico, southern Colorado, moving into Texas as well, and Oklahoma. That's definitely more of a hail and a wind threat, maybe some severe thunderstorms. Very low tornado probability, but it's definitely there. Cannot be ruled out. And the same can be said for Friday. A larger slight risk encompassing much of western Texas here. The tornado risk is slightly higher at a 5%, but wind and hail, again, I think wind and hail are going to be made the story with these systems as they move through, pop up scattered, isolated thunderstorms, maybe a couple supercells, but definitely some gusty and severe thunderstorms moving into the area in Texas. Moving into the weekend, though, this system is going to trend eastward, but it's going to fizzle out in terms of severe weather scale. Marginal risk still, though, for eastern Texas, most of Houston and western Louisiana. Definitely some thunderstorms are on the way. Let me show you what radar could possibly look like as we push throughout the rest of the week and into the weekend here. A couple of those scattered thunderstorms and showers moving through western Texas and southern south central Oklahoma. This is Thursday and moving into Friday as well. Those showers are going to remain consistent, a little bit more organized, like I said. This is Friday into Saturday, and then they move off to the east, giving parts of eastern Texas, Arkansas, western Louisiana, and Kansas and Oklahoma some much-needed rain as we progress throughout the remainder of the month. These spotted showers are going to continue as they move through Mississippi and Alabama, but I just wanted to emphasize we could be seeing some more severe weather over the weekend. But moving forward closer to Halloween, what could it look like outside and what could it feel like, more importantly, outside as we progress towards Halloween? We got slightly above average temperatures for much of the United States as we push through the weekend into the work week. But as we progress towards Halloween, we got a pretty large amount of cooler air moving into the east here. Now, this isn't gospel. It's not truth. We're way far out from this. But as of right now, we could be seeing a downburst of cooler air. This frame even more favorable for that as we approach the 30th and 31st. A lot of the cold air should stick around for the southeast and maybe even parts of the northeast for Halloween itself. But unfortunately, for the West Coast, you could be looking at a slightly above average terms of temperature for Halloween. So maybe you want to dress light out to the west. Definitely want to dress heavy out to the east for your trick or treating or whatever plans you got going on. And let me show you the numbers here. Many areas could be seeing in the southeast United States the mid to upper 60s or maybe the mid to upper 50s, depending on where you are. Parts of the mountains at a chilly around the mid 40s as well. Northeast United States sticking below the 50s if this forecast model does come to fruition. Again, this is way far out, but look at parts of California seeing 90 degrees out there. I think LA sitting in the low to mid 80s there. A pretty comfortable above average temperature out there. Western United States seeing those warmer temperatures as of now, the eastern coast seeing those below average temperatures. I think that's the story for Halloween, but we'll see. And the Climate Prediction Center does agree with me here over the next 6 to 10 days. This is between October 28th to November 1st. The darker shades indicate a higher probability of above average temperatures, and the darker shades of blue indicate a more likely chance of below average temperatures here. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, seeing below average temperatures through Halloween. This is going into November 1st as well. But many areas just seeing a near normal conditions for Halloween, which should make it for an overall comfortable Halloween for whatever plans you got going on. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'm going to keep doing it if you keep liking it.